I'm happy to welcome Lauren Wesley Wilson. She's the founder of ColorCom, a business community for women of color in the communications industry. Welcome, Lauren.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. So what inspired you to start ColorCom?
That's such a great question. So ColorCom was founded in 2011. About 9 years ago, I was working in Washington, D.C., and I was working in the corporate communications, public affairs, public relations space in Washington, and I didn't see a person of color in leadership where I worked. I didn't see a person of color, not just Black women, but Asian women, Latino women,
Right.
In that VP level or above, really positioned to drive revenue into the business. I didn't see that. And so I felt very isolated and I felt very alone. And I was wondering, how was I going to advance if I didn't see women or people who looked like me in those positions?
Right.
So started this business community almost 9 years ago. It was really small. It was just to gather women in this space. But really what we saw was there were so many of us who felt that we were that first, only, or different. And we've really gravitated towards one another because there's so many of us working in these environments where we did feel like we were the only one.
Right.
So back then it was a luncheon series. We really connected with an executive leader, but the whole goal was to figure out how we can work together and form and develop business partnerships and business relationships.
Okay.
Yeah, so 9 years later, we're this massive organization. We can talk more about how we've grown.
Of course, of course. So what impact do you feel that your organization has had on the media industry?
So just sharing with us about who we are. Today, we are operated as the ColorCom Incorporated. We are a business community advancing women of color in communications, marketing, advertising, and digital. So we have a membership community, over 2,000 financially paid members across 9 U.S. cities and London. Yes. We produce our annual conference every year down in Miami. We're coming up on our 7th year. We bring together over 500 executive women leaders like Ariana Huffington has joined us, Gloria Steinem, Whoopi Goldberg, Gayle King, women like that. And then we also do strategic communications and diversity inclusion work for major brands under ColorCom Media Group. And we have a Men of Color in Communications community.
Really?
So the impact that we've had has certainly been tremendous. We reach more than 40,000 individuals working in this space. What keeps our team going is really women who've shared and men who've shared the opportunities that they've received through ColorCom, whether it's been jobs, whether it's been through promotions, whether it's advancing internally, whether it is new business opportunities. And that's so much of what we strive to do and achieve within the work is really forming this kind of good old girls network club, because so often to advance in your company, you have to learn the resources and skills outside of your company to bring them back to advance internally, because no one's going to pull you aside and say, this is how you get promoted here.
Right.
So,
Hey, okay, awesome. So let's talk a little bit more about your conferences.
Sure.
You have a couple, well, you said this is your 7th year.
yes.
So tell us a little bit about, how can somebody go and things of that nature.
Sure. We do so much programming throughout the year. We do monthly events, about 100 local events across 9 U.S. cities each year. But to culminate all of our programming is at our annual conference, where we bring together over 600 executive leaders. So we're really looking at the chief marketing officers, the chief diversity officers, those directors and vice presidents. It's open to anyone can participate and go. Of course, there's different rates if you're a member of ColorCom. But it's certainly open. I mean, I would encourage people, if they are interested, to really look into it now. We sell out every year.
Really?
But if it's not cheap to go, it's the price is around $2,000. So if finances are a concern for you, I would certainly ask your company to see if they could sponsor you. Many companies do and support. Maybe ask your company, if you're in the media or marketing space, if you're already supporting ColorCom, because we have so many brand partners. We have almost 50 brand partners, so your company might really actually be sponsoring, and you can look into that. And if that's a challenge, we also offer a fellows program. And so we waive the fee, and we do a number of things for young leaders, 21 to 26, who might not have the resources, could be first generation college students, but we really put them in position to grow, to advance, and to learn those skill sets early. And we certainly waive the conference fee with that.
So when it comes to the fellows program, how does one apply?
Well, we have a time frame. We're actually going to be starting to open up the fellows program again. Last year, we did this in partnership with BuzzFeed. We brought over 50 fellows to New York City from all across the country, and we did this in conjunction with our Next Generation Summit that we held in November of last year. But this year, we're going to do this back in Miami where it started. We will be on our, I think, third or fourth year. I don't know the day. Everything starts to blend together, but
right.
we've been doing this for some time now, so I'm really excited to welcome our fellows back in Miami and really give them an opportunity and a chance. And the feedback that we've received from some of those young leaders is just the confidence and the skills that they've learned through this program to be able to advocate for themselves, to be able to work hard, to be able to really understand what it takes to navigate this industry, because there's no playbook to say this is how you're going to lead, this is how you should be successful. There's no playbook in a space like this, so we certainly give our fellows those tools and resources to be successful.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I feel like I've learned a lot about ColorCom.
We should come on and be a member.
Well, hey, look, I don't know if I have 2,000, but
membership is $210 a year. And there's that one-time initiation fee of $150, but I might be able to waive that for you.
Well, we'll talk about this a little bit more. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.